Hello and welcome to Train Sim World 3. Today we're on Southeastern High Speed where we will be doing the shopping shuttle scenario. That was easy for me to say. So we're almost ready to depart and looks like we've got the green light to shut the doors, which we'll do now. So we'll reset the DRA, put it into forward, and we should be good to be moving. So let's just have a quick look at the timetable. We'll be going to Stratford, Ebbsfleet, and then that will we'll turn back around and we'll go all the way back from Ebbsfleet back to Stratford and then finally back to St Pancras. So you'll get a feel for a bit of a stopping. I think this is a bit of a special service that has been put on to help on a busy bank holiday weekend, so it'll be interesting. We've got AWS and TVM also enabled, so we'll be under safety systems. Next stop is Stratford in 5.2 miles, and that's just under 6 minutes away, so we haven't got far to go at all. I have to say, ever since they sort of rebuilt, extended the route, I feel it's given this so much more. I believe this is one of the original scenarios that were that it came with Southeastern originally, but nonetheless it's always fun to do these little scenarios. So nice quiet little run to start with until we get into the tunnels out of London. So we're still just exiting St Pancras. We can increase our speed now. All the way up to, looks like it'll be 60 kilometers an hour. Obviously, as we're under TVM at the moment, you can see everything is in kilometers an hour. We can probably do a little bit more acceleration. And here we start to enter the tunnels that will spit us out into Stratford. We won't be in these long. We'll be going under cab signalling now, as you can see. So we've got the 80 kilometers an hour, which we're heading towards, and we should hopefully, just a second, there we go, we've got 200. So let's put maximum power and fly through these tunnels. Obviously now with the extension to Southeastern, we are all able to go all the way to Ashford, which, if I'm honest, gives the this class 395 so much more to do. Before, you just got this very short section of high speed between St Pancras and Ebbsfleet before diverting off towards Faversham. So for me, it was, whilst it was revisiting an old route, it gave it so much more. So big thumbs up from me on this one. And this class 395 is one I really enjoy driving. So yeah, hopefully we'll get to Stratford very shortly. As you can see, we're climbing up to 200 kilometers an hour. We're almost there. We've got 3.4 miles to go. So I'm sure we'll probably be told very shortly to start slowing things down. We can go all the way up to 225, although as it's flashing, that's indicating that we will be reducing speed. So we'll start to apply a bit of braking action. You can see the speed starting to come down, and hopefully we're starting to scrub off some of this speed in time. 160, so we need to go a little bit more just to bring us down to 160 kilometers an hour. As it's still flashing, we will be going lower, so we'll keep applying the brakes for now. We are going uphill, so we do have that helping us reduce our speed. Only 1.7 miles, so it's a real short run between St Pancras and Stratford. There we go, there's 130. We are going slower still. Will we get to about 100, I think, is where we're going to end up. There we go. So at 100 we will be settling at 100. So we'll just carry on in this vein. So hopefully we'll be popping out of the tunnel very shortly, and we emerge literally straight into Stratford. So it's very cool. So do we see a bit of tunnel exit there? Yeah, there you go. So I think we'll just do a little bit more application of brake, because as I say, you get literally almost thrown straight out onto the platform. So we're down to 75. We're about a minute and a half early, so there's no rush here, so we can just cruise in slowly. Down to 56 kilometres. I don't think we're far off, about 30 miles an hour. So this is Stratford International. Here we go. So I don't think I'm not brave enough to stop this one outside the cab today. There we go. Full application of the brake. Max brake. Oh, pretty good for stopping. It was a bit harsh on the brake. Let's unlock the doors and we'll have a little look round Stratford International. So I think we're gonna be here for a little minute or two, sort of a minute or so. So as you can see, we are sort of, dug down. Can we get a view what's above? Kind of. So this, can I get back down? Yeah, there we go. That was a bit faster. So as you can see, we're off to Ebbsfleet, but this is a nice little station. As you can see, we'll be heading off straight back into a tunnel. So yeah, it's quite unusual that this is we've got tunnels both sides of this station, and quite long ones as well. We're almost ready, or finished loading the passengers, but we've got to hang around to just before 10 past. We've got a little bit of time. What I'll do is just give you a quick view of the interior of these 395s. See, this one's nice and busy. And we'll jump back straight in the seat. And we'll be locking the doors in just a second. People still arriving. Come on, if you want to make this one. Give it another couple of seconds and we'll start locking the doors. Can we show you the doors? That would be nice. No, that didn't. There you go. That didn't quite go to plan. But there we are. Okay. And we are ready to depart. So let's slowly start increasing the power. We got 100 kilometers an hour speed limit. So as soon as we get back into the tunnel, I think we are given high speed running again, so we should be able to then climb straight back up to over 200 kilometers an hour. And we've got a nice little, quite long run now to Ebbsfleet, 16 miles. There we go. There's the 225 as indicated on the cab. You can see we're climbing quite nicely. The only thing I would say around this bit, sort of this section of Southeastern, is not much to look at, but as soon as you pop out of the tunnels, we do get a bit of scenery to look at, which is always good. Okay. Hopefully we won't be too long in these tunnels, he says, fingers crossed. Oh, that looked like the exit, but it popped away. have to say that's one thing that you do notice with Training Sim World is that the lighting in tunnels is sometimes not the best, but certainly the new lighting implemented into Training Sim World 3 has made a vast difference, certainly compared to obviously Training Sim World 2. So for me, that's a massive thumbs up. That's a big positive. It's positive, and we hope they continue improving the game in that sort of fashion. Over 200 kilometers an hour and rising, which is good. So the class 395 doesn't have cruising control, so we are having to manually control the speed. I think it would have been nice to have a bit of almost a bit of cruise control, a bit of speed limiter, but it does make it driving this or operating this train sort of a lot more fun because you are truly in control, keeping the speed obviously under the limit, of course. So 12 miles to go, going slightly uphill and not gaining this, that sort of, well, we're getting close to the speed limit. I see a little bit of a, no, now you'll see what I mean around the lighting. You get glimpses of what you think is a tunnel end, that's it, but not quite. No, yep, no. I'm not sure. I think it is. We are going uphill. So it probably feels like this is the exit. Yeah, this very much is the exit, I think. And there you go, you pop out. I love that lighting as you pop out of tunnels. Let's give you an outside shot of this beautiful 395 or the Javelin. As we speed along High Speed 1. It's nice that they've removed or changed some of the fencing along this section of track. Previously it was all sort of very much enclosed. There's another 395, and you couldn't really see much of the scenery, which obviously wasn't great. But now it's a lot more opened up, and there's a lot more to see, which massive positive thing. And you see it was this type of sort of screening on the left side that obviously restricts your view. It is very up and down, this section of the track, so you do have to be careful with your speed, but we are all good for now. Let's give you another shot of this lovely 395. We are a 6-car unit. They do double up to form 12-car units, I believe, as we fly under a road here. We have dropped a bit of speed, so we will apply the power, and we're going uphill here. You didn't spot that I'd left the door open. We'll ignore that bit. We'll ignore that bit. Pretend that didn't happen. That's obviously not how you're supposed to drive it, but, you know, I wanted a bit of fresh air. It's a very nice route so far. So 4.5 miles to Ebbsfleet. As you can see, tell we've made quite short work of getting to Ebbsfleet, which is obviously 16 miles. So you can tell we very much are travelling at a high speed. There we go, we'll give you a shot of this fantastic bridge to the right hand side. For the life of me, I can't remember what that bridge is called. If you know, let me know down below in the comments. I want to say it's the Dartford Bridge, but I'm sure someone will correct me if I'm wrong. We are slightly speeding, and we've got the indication that we will be slowing, so we'll apply some brakes, and we are going downhill as well, so a bit more application of brake. We should be at 200, so a bit more braking action. Come on, slow in time, that's it, there we go. Okay, we need a bit more brake. We are going uphill, so that will be helping us scrub some of the speed off. That's not supposed to be lighting up the inside of the cab. There we go, 130 and we will become stable. So we don't need to... We are only 1.1 miles out, so we don't want to be speeding too much, and we'll be going off to the right here. So we'll be going up to, I believe, the higher level platforms instead of the low ones which carry on towards Ashford. This is the sort of branch off towards Faversham. Keep braking for now. We've got this uphill, so this will aid us. We are only a couple hundred yards out. Oh, we are speeding. Let's apply the brakes. So that's just acknowledging that we are coming up to a red light ahead on AWS. This is the changeover point between overhead and third rail. Obviously we are not going to be continuing on, so we'll be staying on the overhead power because we'll be heading back to Stratford and back into St Pancras. We've got our stop mark just up ahead, and we've got a red light or red aspect signal straight ahead, so we've got to be careful with this one. There's our stop marker. Perfect. I will unlock the doors. And we need to now swap ends, he says. Yeah, so we will be swapping ends, as you can see by the timetable. We've just got to wait around. I did overshoot that slightly. Whoops. But as you can see, Ebbsfleet International. We will go for a little fly around because I want to show you the platforms below where you'd be getting on the trains if you wanted to continue onwards towards Ashford. So you can see a little branch off where we've headed to the high level domestic platforms. You can go all the way down and through to those platforms. Can't say I've ever tried, but I believe it's possible. We've got 45 seconds or so to wait, and then we'll be shutting down this end and heading back towards the other end to set that up, ready to go the opposite direction. I think we should probably... Shame we can't start doing any of that at the moment. I'll tell you what, we'll start doing some of it. We'll turn the headlights off. And then hopefully taking seconds or so. Shame there's no other train coming in into the platform. Would have been nice to be accompanied by another something else. There you go. Change ends and begin the return service to St. Pancras. Okay. Tell me what I need to do, game. Okay. Neutral. Set the DRA. Turn it off. Set the master key to off. And then go and sit in the driver's seat. I could. Oh, no, don't want to do that. Shut that one. I can't get off there. But we'll come out this one where I'm actually still on the platform. Yes, your dodgy driver arriving to take you back. There we go. Shut the door. We'll sit down again. Set the master key to neutral. Oh, control button. So get the power back on. There we go. Close the main circuit breaker. What we will do is just turn on AWS and TVM as well. And we'll acknowledge that. And we'll just finish loading those passengers. We are... I'm not sure how we're some late leaving, but never mind. Come on. We need to set the lights. That may help. Day running. Perfect. We'll bring the brakes down to minimum so that we're ready to go as soon as we can lock the doors, which is now. We'll lock those doors. So we're going to forwards, set the DRA, and we've got the aspect, so off we go. Oh, they're off. Whoops, we've got no tail lights. That's fine. We'll sort that at Stratford. So we are under 100 kilometers an hour. And you can tell we're about to go into cab signalling. So hopefully, yep, there we go. We are actually able to go to 130. So let's. Oh, you can see there was a 395 crossing that bridge. That's very cool to see. Would have been better if we were sort of right under it at the same time. Never mind. And we head straight back to Stratford next. And hopefully we'll be, there we go. So we're allowed to go up to 225 kilometers an hour. Let's put the power on, let's get up to it. There we go, we're climbing. Yeah, see the lighting again. Not quite right, is it? But we're nicely increasing speed. We should get up to 225 quite quickly. So 14 miles to go. I think that's what I like about this route so much. Obviously you've got the high speed that we're obviously operating at the moment, but as you saw, class 395, sorry, class 395, 375, beg your pardon, go across the bridge. It gives you so much variety to have that sort of local commuter service versus something high speed. There's also obviously freight opportunities, so this route really does give you a lot of variety, and it's something that it's got to be. I think got to be my favourite route in Train Sim World. Yeah, I think so. Let me know what your favourite route is down in the comments. Is it also Southeastern High Speed, or is it something else? Curious to know. If there's a favourite, we might do a video on it, you never know. So we're almost up to 200 kilometres an hour. He says almost. Certainly getting there slowly now. Let's give you another bit of outside view as we hurtle towards that 225 mile an hour limit. Can we see St Pancras International? There we go, you can see it just there. High speed. You know, what we really would add to this high speed section is obviously the Eurostars, which is obviously fundamental to this this part of the world and this route. You know, unfortunately, I don't think Dovetail Games has the licensing to be able to sort of add the Eurostars, but my god, that would be such a great addition. Really give it some variety. There we go, we're almost at 225. The other thing to mention obviously is the recent addition of the railhead treatment train, which is now available to purchase as an add-on. Again, it's another great bit of content for this route, and obviously it's usable all across all future UK routes, modern UK routes, which is it's a good addition. I'd like to see sort of more of those sort of maintenance type vehicles. Just gives the routes a little bit more variety, which is always welcomed. A bit more realism. Just back on the power there. We'll give you some more outside views. See the windmills in the background, very nice. Windmills? Wind farms? There we go. Oh, didn't want to see inside there. Beautiful. It's a lovely looking loco. Train, loco, whatever you want to call it. I'm no expert. Just here to enjoy driving trains. We're speeding, of course. Let's just apply the brakes slightly. So we are 6.876 out of Stratford now as we enter the tunnels. A bit more application of brakes. So this will be a tunnel all the way into Stratford. Perfect. See, you saw ahead there, the little bit light again. I know I keep on about it, but it does break the immersion. Cruising at 220, I'm sure in just a little while we'll start to get the indication from TVM to start reducing our speed. And at Stratford we best go and turn those tail lights on. Whoops. I turned it off thinking that would default to tail lights, but I think you've actually got to select tail lights. Never mind. There we go, there's the indication, and obviously we're getting closer towards Stratford. Start applying the brakes, just very gently for now. Go, got 200, but we are all but there, so that's all good. we are going slightly up a gradient as well, which will help. I think we need to apply the brakes a little bit more now, as we need to get down to 160. I'm sure it will get us down all the way to 100 in just a short while. There we go. I think we're going to end up at 100. We're still flashing on TVM, so yeah. Sounds about right. And there we go, we're going to settle it. 100, we are slightly speeding. 1.1 miles to go, so plenty of time, a couple of minutes as well. So we've made up that little bit of lateness leaving Ebbsfleet. So we should be popping out of the tunnel any second now, he says. Yep, there's the entrance. Or exit, should I say. Entrance. That was the other end. Bit of application of brakes again. There we go, we'll slow down. We'll be taking a set of points here. There we go, we're slowing down nicely. I've driven 39 miles, there you go. I guess that's in the 395. Let's see if we can get our stopping right on this one and not overshoot again. We'll just come off the brakes there and coast it in. I think we're going to be pretty much bang on time by the looks of it. And we're slightly over. There we go. Right. Well, while we're loading passengers, we'll just head down the other end. Turn our tail lights on. Still looking busy, which is good. Does it say we're on time? Oh, we're a minute late. Tut tut. Let's just look. Yeah, nothing's on. Out of the way, passenger. Let's open the door. And we'll just go to the panel over here. And instead of being off, we'll go tail. Hopefully. We'll just check. Yeah, that's more like it. So we'll shut that door. And we'll head back down the other end. And hopefully we'll be back in time just to will we be departing on time? Ooh, I don't think we will be. A couple of seconds. I probably should have shut that door, but never mind. Right, let's get back in the seat. We'll lock the doors. We're just a few seconds late, which is fine. They're locked. Right, and away we go. A bit more aggressive with the power. Let's go full power as we pull out of Stratford International. Our next stop will be St Pancras in just over 5 minutes time. So 5 minutes for 5 miles. That should be easily doable. As we head back into the tunnel for the last time. There we go, back up to 225. I'm not sure we will actually get to 225 miles an hour before we've got to be slowing again. let's see where we end up. So 140. You'll hear a little hiss when you get to 160. Once it gets there, I'll explain what it is. There you go, that little hiss. I understand that is a hiss to make the horn louder. Obviously going at 60 kilometers an hour means that you need to be louder so that people further away are able to hear you and get out of the way if necessary. If I'm wrong, correct me. Feel free to correct me. We need to be slightly slowing. 225 is indicating we're coming down. I suspect the next one is going to be 200, which is right. We will just come off the power. Should be 118 next, so we're just about there. Yep, so now we'll start applying the brakes. As I thought, we wouldn't get to the 225. So 160 next, which is just fine. And you heard the hiss go the other way as well. 130 next, that's fine, we got. They're going to be just spot on. Cruise for a minute. So now we need to be getting down to 100. There we go. Actually, it's still flashing, so we do need to be slowing down again. I think 80 is where we're going to end up. Yep, as I thought. So we just need to apply a little bit of braking. Yep. So that's to acknowledge that we now are going to be under AWS, I believe. And we'll be cab signalling, we'll be finishing. Yeah, there you go, there's the green light, or the green aspect. So we are back under traditional signals and the cab goes off. So we do need to be slowing for the 60, which we will be making just about. And we've got a 40 in just a second. There we go. We're well under the speed limit, so that's all good. And we'll be merging in just a second is St Pancras. So it's like we'll begin platform number 12, I guess. And there we are, you can see St Pancras just ahead of us. We are slightly speeding, so a bit more application of brakes. And we are going to be pretty much bang on time. You can see there's another 395 ahead. As we roll into St Pancras. Nice. It's been a nice little run all the way down to Ebbsfleet and back. Obviously stopping on the way at Stratford. I've enjoyed this one, and I hope you have as well. If you have, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Ring the little bell, all that really good stuff. I'm curious whether we'll get the gold medal. Fingers crossed we will. do need to be applying the brakes probably quite heavily at the minute. We are slightly late. Only by about 15 seconds or so. We'll just cruise it in. Perfect. Unlock the doors. Once we've finished unloading passengers, we just need to shut down this end. And as you can see, the 395 departs. So let's set the reverse to neutral, set the DRA. What am I doing? Max brake. Well, maybe not. Emergency. There we go. Headlights off. Reverser off. Master key. Oh, master key off. There we go. Let's see how we did. Will it be the gold? Let's find out. Alright, sometime this day. There we go here. What is it going to be? And it's the gold. Of course it is. Lovely. Thanks, guys. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye for now.